Oh my god. A bigger risk than you fight at least 2 to 3 times in a fucking year. I'm still not getting as much. Fury kill. Super kill. Ultra kill. I almost got triple. Double kill. UHL ready for report. Federico Negro. In yourself and you just disregard that piece. Or most people just go based on the name. Oh, that blank. Oh, they're all just bad. I thought this game would cost some ass, so you're gonna do that back. Double kill. Amount of kills you can get. Ready for report. Triple kill. Someone's gonna randomly. Fury kill. Try it again.
He got his name in the back.
Y'all are ass. Y'all can't be so fucking lost. My niggas can't sign for shit either.
Oh yeah, watch this.
Jackson was really weird. It was just strange. There was
It's a beta. Save it for the full game. I don't care, man.
What's going on, guys? It's Shatter on some more Vanguard. They actually ended up extending the beta until Wednesday. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be uploading the beta every single day that it's going. I mean, I know that a lot of people are sick and tired of just watching beta gameplay. I get that. The only thing that I can think of, okay, maybe I can make a deal here. First, by the way, we're getting close to 5 million subscribers, so if you're new here, subscribe. I upload basically every single day, except recently I haven't been uploading on Sundays. Football's on, and I mean, at the moment, we're just waiting for the new Call of Duty, so, or Halo, or Battlefield, or anything else, truly. I've been having people suggest some shit to me, and the only thing that I could think of that I haven't done, I actually haven't made a playthrough on the Black Ops Cold War campaign. I did one on Modern Warfare 2019, and that did really, really well, but at this point, it's so late for Cold War that to me, it just feels kind of pointless. I mean, hey, if you want to, let me know. Leave a like or some shit. So, yeah, we basically have the game figured out at this point. As you can see from the intro, I mean, it's just Car 98 just running around with the, you know, iron sight on. It's clearly the best version of sniping on the game. I guess maybe I'll just sweat around with like an SMG or something now. I haven't used the Thompson much. I'll give the Thompson a shot. I don't think the stim is very good. I'm gonna take the stim off. I thought maybe, you know, with these rushing classes and stuff, SMGs and stuff like that, I thought maybe that would kind of aid in that style of, you know, rushing around, getting healed faster in order to jump back into another fight, but it just doesn't seem to work fast enough. It has cool effects on it. Obviously, it does heal you, and it might even give you a speed boost. I don't know, but it just doesn't ever really seem to make any difference. Also, by the way, thank you to everybody that was tweeting at me over the weekend and stuff about the GFUEL restock and all that shit using my code. I've seen so many people have liking a bunch of tweets and shit. From what I know, the TTK on the Thompson is actually incredibly good. I still think the MP40 is like the best gun in the game, pretty much. At least for the beta anyway, obviously. It's crazy to actually have 50 bullets in a magazine, though. That's pretty nice. This shit shreds. Dude, just red gunning on this game is so fucking fun. I can't get over it. That TTK right there, whenever you hit a headshot, it's just ridiculous. My teammate ran right by this guy. That's the one thing that bothers the shit out of me about the audio on this game. I love the fact that footsteps are quiet. Hope it stays similar to this. But man, my teammates' awareness are not dependable anymore. Like, see, back on Modern Warfare multiplayer, at least I knew that those players that were like completely dog shit at the game were able to at least hear and kind of, you know, shoot people in the back. On this game, if they are truly bad and their awareness is awful, their game sense is not good, they just don't know what's going on around them, players can slip behind the lines super easily, which makes flanking in this game great. What the fuck? I'm actually more annoyed when I can see how many snipers are shooting me than not seeing them at all. I know that sounds really fucking stupid, and I understand why the glint's in the game, but nothing more annoying than peeking over a corner and seeing like 8 different players just staring at you with a sniper rifle, and you know exactly how many players that is. Dude, this sun is ridiculous. Please, man. I literally went into the files and tried to remove them and everything. I've turned off the cache. I have it on read only. I just don't know how or why the sun keeps coming back. Like, the fact that the sprint to fire is 80 milliseconds for these SMGs, and then the sniper rifles have a sprint out time of like 1 second. These guys get shit done in 60 milliseconds, way faster than any human reaction time. And the sniper rifles aren't even allowed to have like sub 400, not even close to 400. Or if you do, sorry, you can actually get under 400 or close to 400, but your gun's damage is gonna be cut in half. It's literally no longer a sniper rifle. It's now a slow M1 Garand. Congratulations, you've made the game uninteresting. What more information they're really collecting over this time that we're playing? There's a lot of people, obviously, that, you know, played it, ran their course with it, and it was just kind of done. And they didn't really have much input other than, I either like it more or less than Modern Warfare, or it's better than Cold War. I mean, I think most people understand where I stand at this point. Basically, this game is a good thing that this game uses the same engine as Modern Warfare. It makes the most sense for a new consumer whenever they go and pick this game up for it to feel familiar to the game that they had most likely played previously, which would be Modern Warfare / Warzone. This game feels very close, at least in terms of like, you know, all that stuff. They got that tack sprinting issue where the tack sprinting is a little bit less responsive on here. Your character kind of has to start sprinting first, then it turns into the tack sprint. Whereas on Modern Warfare, you can just instantaneously tack sprint out of like complete standstill. This game, you kind of have to like gain a little speed before it counts, which I don't enjoy. I'd prefer it to be more like Modern Warfare. But other than that, there's not a massive difference. Where the massive difference comes in between this game and Modern Warfare, and why I actually enjoy this game as a beta already more than Modern Warfare, is the design of the maps and the spawns. Even though the spawns are completely broken on this shit, I would absolutely rather spawn in front of other players and have engagements than be spawned completely away from other people and have to play hide and seek on head glitches against people. Every single time that I die on those maps on Modern Warfare, they are designed in a way where I would have to sit there and completely check every single time that I respawn. And it's just exhausting, not fun, and results in games where you literally only get like 20 kills for nothing. You can get 20 kills in that game, great. It took the entire game, though. Any game where you can consistently drop like 100 pluses, it's not like you can do that on Modern Warfare. Obviously, combat pacing has a lot to do with that. Even on 6v6, though, this 6v6 actually flows better than Modern Warfare's 10v10s. Oh yeah, I've also been hearing, since obviously people have gotten a hold of the beta and people are able to actually like sit there and data mine, we had a whole bunch of shit. I've seen some camos and things like that, although I don't know how true they are. I don't know exactly what they look like, and obviously I'm not going to show them. But the camo grind on this game is sounding like it's going to be very long and drawn out, because you have to go through the process of basically getting every single weapon to like level 60, 70, crazy shit. Every gun I've looked at, the weapon unlocks and stuff like that go all the way up to at least 60 or so. Even into the 50s, that's considered decently high. You would end up having certain weapons on Modern Warfare where you could only get into the 30s and they're done. On this game, if all of them truly do go into like the 60s and 70s, yeah, it's gonna take a while. And we're gonna need a lot of double XP to help. I'm really hoping that it flows well, though. Like, for example, if we're gonna have a situation where at level 10, I unlock this set of camos. At level 20, I unlock this 30, 40, 50. Eventually, it'll get to the point to where I'll end up having the challenges done for it, but I still have to level the weapon all the way up. I have every challenge that can be completed for it, but now I have to get base XP in order for it to even unlock a challenge. So hopefully this won't be the case, but I have a feeling that there's gonna be points and times where I'm gonna have the majority of its challenges done at like level 55, but I won't unlock the final challenge or camo category until like level 65 or something like that. So I'm gonna have to spend 10 levels of basically making no progress. Not getting a challenge done, not getting XP for getting those challenges done, because that's another thing that helps a whole bunch for leveling up in the game. When you're doing a lot of these camo challenges, you get a shit ton of extra XP for it. The biggest thing that this game does, this game, I imagine it as being like the actual aggressive version of Modern Warfare. This is what Modern Warfare could have been in terms of pacing, but the maps and the spawns just completely fucked it. Biggest drawback on this game in terms of trying to hurt its own flow of the game is the sprint out times. The sprint out times on this game basically scream, please stand still. Don't sprint around the map. That's what they say. The game punishes you for sprinting around corners and stuff. Whereas in the other games, you'd be able to, even though you're at a disadvantage for doing so, you wouldn't be guaranteed dead because of it. This game, you kind of are. For example, even if you were the better player and you went sprinting, tack sprinting around the corner and jumped around it and tried to beam them, bunny hop, all that shit, You could get kills. Obviously, that's a better way to play the game, but you could be completely fried by a dude that's literally sitting there that's not even a quarter of the player doing half of the shit that you're doing. They could just be sitting there aiming. They will kill you for it because the TTK is so fast.
Imagine playing controller. Imagine playing controller.
Imagine clicking.
Okay.
Imagine
Okay.
clicking.
Okay.
Imagine clicking.
You are locked.
The controller versus mouse and keyboard shit is the funniest shit in the world. And, woo, it's never gonna go away, man. You're gonna deal with it. If you don't like controller, you're gonna keep getting fucked by controller. It is what it is. Larger caliber rounds for the Thompson. Holy shit. Does this increase or decrease your TTK? Because even if you just landed a headshot in there, that fire rate hit could actually make it so I'm less likely to hit a headshot in the middle of a sprint. I'll try it. People say shit like, dude, aim assist is doing all the work for you. You're literally not even aiming for yourself. The game is aiming for you. You have a computer aiming for you. Dude, you're aiming on a computer. Completely redundant. I'm sorry. Stupid rebuttal, but it's kind of fun. Now, what about the people that are using controller on PC? They're just smarter. Seriously, I mean, anyone that complains about controller, especially controller on PC and shit, all I'm gonna say is work smarter. Trust me, if I had spent all of those years, you know, trying to get good at that thing, if I had, you know, been PC sniping and all that other shit, you never would have seen me switch over. I just use what I'm good at. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and ask mouse and keyboard players to stop using mouse and keyboard just because... What? Or accurate? I don't know. What the fuck? I don't feel like it really made that big of a difference. Maybe it helped a little bit. Oh, slate reflector. That's a game changer. Frenzy. Immediately regen after a kill. This is like quick fix as a... Okay. Holy shit. This is gonna be so crazy when the actual game comes out. I can't wait to see how broken all of it is. Still more fun than Modern Warfare, though.